Thanks for joining us in the Navigant and Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm Molly O'Brien. This is Aiste with DEVINTO, and she is the creator and designer of DEVINTO. It's an eco and ethically conscious label, and you design and produce your clothing on Cape Cod. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm so excited to chat with you. Your story is fascinating. Your clothes are beautiful, and you're going to be showing your label at Style Week Northeast. So this is actually your second time at Style Week, right?
It is, yes. I loved the first time, so I have to come back.
And so we're so excited to have you, and we have a couple of your pieces behind us, but we're not showing you everything. We're not giving everything away.
No, we don't want to give it away.
Talk to me just a little bit about your line, how you got involved in fashion.
So I've always had a love for fashion. Even when I was a little kid, I used to do little drawings and design in my head, you know. But I actually ended up going to an open house for a fashion design college in Montreal right after I finished my degree in university, and I just fell in love with it right away, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. So I studied fashion design in Montreal, and after I finished, I worked in the industry for a couple of years, and then I decided to go out on my own and design for myself. So it's been sort of like a lifelong experience.
And your clothes, what I love about your clothes is just kind of the message and the meaning behind them, because you do believe in eco-friendly, and you use some organic cotton and some fabrics made with sustainable fibers like bamboo and hemp. Mm-hmm. Why was this important for you when you were out there creating your own line?
Well, that's why I wanted to create my own line. Actually, like I said, when I did work in the industry, you sort of start to learn the impact it has on the environment and the people that are working in the industry. So I sort of like grappled with it a lot when I was working in the industry, just because I knew it is one of the most polluting industries out there. So I knew I wanted to make a difference, and I realized at the time when I was first starting to design that there wasn't really a lot of sustainable brands that like I would want to wear.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of it was either like really sporty stuff, like or yoga stuff, or like maybe a little too hippie. And now, I mean, it's great because I think that the industry is changing and they are taking notice. So there's a lot more choices available to the consumer, which is very exciting for me. But when I first started, I just wanted to design something that I would want to wear and feel good about it, you know. So yeah, that's why I started it.
That's so neat. So talk to me just a little bit about the meaning of your clothes and about your designs, because you have talk to me about what you're wearing, and then we'll go into some of your clothes. Just why it was important for you to have the products that you do and the choices that you make.
Yes, so I am wearing my fall collection. But my aesthetic is pretty clean, and there's a reason for that. I try to design things that have longevity. Like, my focus isn't so much on trend, more so on style. So like I'm looking for a woman who has her own style, and so I try to design pieces that, you know, will look good even 5 years from now. It's not going to look dated. Yeah. Which is also part of like the sustainable aspect of the design. So yes, I use a lot of neutrals. You'll see I mostly work with black, gray, and white.
Which I would be very happy in all of those colors. Right?
Yes, because
most women, right?
Those colors never go out of style.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're easier for me to access because I do sell. All my stuff is made to order. I try to not overproduce. That's another side of sustainability.
Nice.
So I only make things to order, and it's just easier to get because I'll sell styles that I designed last year and the year before. If people want to order them, they're available to be made, and so I know I can always get black. I know I can always get white and gray. Those colors are always there. So that's one of the focuses around my designs. Like I mostly work with the same fabrics. Really, it's trying to find new ways to rework a lot of the styles that I have, which is a challenge, but it's a welcoming challenge for me. Yes.
It's a welcoming challenge that I think we can all probably embrace, right? Is being able to consume less and be able to use what we have continuously.
Exactly, and that's the goal, I think. And I think we are changing as a consumer as well. We're realizing that it's actually better to invest in pieces that you know you're going to want to have for a long time, and especially if they're made to order for you specifically. I mean, customers come to me, and you know, if they want a sleeve on something, might not necessarily not have a sleeve on a dress, and they want it, I can do that. You know, if they don't feel comfortable with the length of a skirt, we can make it longer or shorter. So when you have something custom made for you, you're probably going to cherish it a little bit more, you know, and that's the idea behind it.
Treat it a little bit nicer, and that way you get a little more out of it. Okay, so I'm going to have you take these because I'll probably drop them. So
I might drop them.
I know, but at least that way you're dropping them, not me, because I break things. Show us some of what you brought, some of your pieces, and then I'll have you show us to the camera and tell us a little bit about each one.
Okay, so yes, these are some of the spring line coming out now. So this is sort of like a vest coverall, so you can wear it like a vest or as a top. Made with bamboo and organic cotton.
And pockets.
And it's got pockets.
Love that.
People love pockets.
People love pockets. Yeah, we love pockets.
It's funny, people get so excited as soon as they put something on, and it has pockets.
Yep.
It's very exciting. So yeah, so it's got a peplum style bottom. And so you could wear this with a skirt, you could wear it with a pair of pants, you could wear it as a top, you could wear it as like a topper over, you know, a tube top or something. So that's one of the pieces that I think will be versatile for spring.
I love that.
Should I move on to the next one?
Yeah, okay. Here, I'll hold this. And I read too that you like to put some stretch in your clothes, right?
Yeah, so there's a little bit of spandex in most of the fabric. I sell a lot of my pieces online, so that helps because it fits more people.
Okay.
I tend to get less returns that way because there's more versatility in the sizing as well. And that's part of the design process as well. I try to make sleeves that are extra long, so if someone has longer arms, it fits them, but you know, the ruching, it looks like it's part of the design, so you sort of adjust accordingly. Same with like something like that, you know, because it has a tie belt.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a smaller waist, you cinch it tighter. If you have a little bit of a larger waist, you leave it a little bit looser. But yeah, have a little bit of versatility in the design process for that, yes, and spandex helps. Even though it's not the best for the environment, a little bit of spandex is in there. Yes.
A little bit. I think you're making up for it on those other
we try the best we can.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, so the next piece is, it's a skirt. So I do draw a lot of inspiration from vintage looking pieces, and I feel like if they survive the test of time, that they probably will as we go along. So this is definitely one of those vintage inspired pieces from, I love the 40s and the 50s and into the 60s. So again, a very versatile skirt. You can pretty much, it's super comfortable. You could wear it, you could dress it up or you could dress it down. So you could wear it with a flat and a jean jacket, and it's a great like everyday outfit, or you can put on a nice little blouse with a little pearl and a heel.
Red pumps, yeah.
Little pumps, and then you can go out for dinner. So I do try to have pieces like that where you could go either way, you know. So you get more out of your items.
I was thinking too is what you do is design these nice high fashionable pieces that can go either way, but also again very comfortable.
Yes. Comfort is key, because if we don't want to wear, if we don't feel comfortable in our skin, we might not want to wear it. You know, sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're like, I don't feel like
I don't want to get dressed.
I just want to be comfortable.
Every morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, the beauty of using knits is that they do feel like your favorite t-shirt, you know, and it's all about the cotton and the look and the small little details that'll make it dressy or less dressier, but
I love these.
The idea is to feel comfortable in your skin for sure.
And you still look good. And
exactly.
You have a couple more.
So yes, a couple more without giving too much away.
Because we want you to go see her at Style Week.
Exactly.
Oh, adorable.
This is like a separate piece. It's got a bell sleeve, and the pink has been it has been a challenge because I don't like to use colors, as you know. So this was like my challenge to sprinkle a little bit of color in there. So yeah, this is one of my signature looks is I love using bows, so it's definitely a 50s take on a t-shirt, basically.
Adorable.
Yes, so you could wear that with jeans or a nice pencil skirt and dress it up or dress it down, however you want it.
That's adorable. It's too much.
And the last but not least is a little summer dress. And so it's like a little swing A-line dress with a striped cap sleeve, just a little detail. And this was inspired by, I did a museum collection last season. And so they actually let me into the museum and look at a lot of the pieces they had from the Victorian era, and I got to design using those pieces as inspiration. So this was one of the pieces I did for the museum earlier, but I had a longer sleeve, so I adjusted it a little bit for spring, and I had a little shorter sleeve and made it a little bit more summery. So that's so far a little sneak peek into the collection that's coming out on Friday.
I love this. So, so you are showing on Friday at Style Week Northeast, and you said that you usually do custom clothing. So if people want to get in touch with you, what's the best way? Because you do online orders, but also people, it's kind of custom. So what's the best way if people are like, I love this, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Well, you can go on my website, and there's an email there. You can email me through my website. If you're, I have a studio on Cape Cod, so if
Which is
you're
not that far.
Not that far. So if you ever are around in the area, I have a studio in Hyannis on South Street, so you can pop in there as well. But yeah, email is the easiest. Going through my website is the easiest, and people do it all the time. You know, they contact me. They'll ask me if this is possible, that's possible, and then we work around that.
Yeah. So, do you usually take people's measurements? Is that kind of how
Yeah,
you?
or I'll ask them what size they
Okay.
wear. You know, most of the time, especially with my pieces, because there is so much versatility. The most important is like your bust and your waist size. So if you know that, then I can pretty much gauge from there and go from there. Yes.
You do have a little bit of that extra stretch.
Yes.
Well, it's been so nice chatting with you, Aiste. I love your clothing. It's beautiful. It's comfortable. Conscious about the environment, which I think is very important, especially as we're moving forward. So really exciting, and people can see you at Style Week Northeast. You're showing on Friday. So thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you for having me. It's been great.
Yeah.